and we are back and coming to you for round 2, Group A battle of the week here in the Greyhound Cup. We've got 2 great European clans facing off, but before we talk about them, let's talk about these 2 faces you see in front of you. Mono, welcome back, buddy. Week 2.
Hey, man. Yeah, dude, I'm excited to do this again. This map also being one of the newest maps in the game. I really like this map.
Yep. And well, you know, we put out you put out the video. We went live on Twitch, and it was just the community response of seeing the admin cam. You know, there's been Hell Let Loose competitions before, but seeing this aspect, and we got a lot of feedback. And I have to say, you know, Mono and I got done with that last show, the last battle, which we saw STB and Pi come out victorious against the Bastardos. But we were like, dude, we gotta tweak this, and everybody's feedback coming back in. So we appreciate that. We've incorporated a lot of this stuff that we were able to do. Some of it technically it just has some limitations, but this is going to be fun. Mono, let's go ahead and just jump right in. Last match, like I said, was a little bit rushed. What exactly is the Greyhound Cup? So Mono, let's see, it's 10 teams, correct? If I remember correctly here.
Yeah.
10 teams. It's a minimum of 35 versus 35 format. Now the teams can bring more as long as the teams are balanced out. So I think you can see up to 50v50s, you can see 40 versus 40s. We're going to be filling out the teams here, seeing how that lines up. But let's go ahead, and we talked about last week's battle. Let's see how the battles from last week finished up over here. We actually, as talked earlier, we had STB and Permanently Intoxicated showing just some great mobility around the map, getting a couple red zone garrisons up, and that's new from update 9, and putting the Bastardos into the 0 and 1. They have a bye this week, but we do have two kind of little key matchups. Hopefully earlier you were able to catch Das Altberg catching the 82nd Airborne versus Odd Company, 2 very experienced competitive communities that are, I think it's really a preview of a semifinal or final game we might see out of this Greyhound. But what we're going to bring to you is, I want to show you on the kind of left side of the screen there, the 23rd Infantry Division versus the 101st Assault Division. So both this is in Group A key battle for the group. Both of them are looking for their first win after having losses last week. And frankly, I like seeing new communities. I like seeing new competitions coming up. Mono, what do you know about these communities themselves?
Honestly, not too much. But yeah, man, it's awesome. I have played with the 82nd. And I believe the 23rd, if I'm not mistaken, they do have a server. I think I played there a couple of times. Honestly, don't know too much about them.
Yep. Well, we asked, you know, I think for a lot of this is able to showcase a lot of these new communities coming up. And if you've got a couple friends, you want to get involved, you got an idea. I mean, the competitive side of this game is really familiar with a public game, but you're playing it with how the way you know it should be played. You're focusing on garrisons. You're not relying on somebody else. You're relying on friends. Doesn't mean it's any easier. By no means does it mean it's easier.
And also, you know, everyone's playing to win. Everyone's trying to do their best, and that really elevates the game completely.
Yep.
Now, one question I keep getting asked, like quite frequently, is what should someone do if they are interested in the competitive scene? Maybe they where do they join? Where do they seek out these communities?
I think that one of the best places is definitely the official HL Discord. There's a recruiting thread on there. Other ways, just jump in game. A lot of the community servers, if you find that you're running with a community and you like it, ask for their Discord, jump on there, try a few of them out, see which one fits. And one of the 2 that may fit for you is the 23rd and 101st. We're just going to do a quick bio over here. 101st stand for or nickname 1AD for Assault Division. Was founded in 2018. They focus on that mil sim FPS type of games, but they really try to balance that. We want to focus on winning. We want our gaming time to be valuable, but they also have a good time around it. Meanwhile, 23rd, both these teams are actually based in Europe. 23rd's division also mainly in Germany, although some other Slavic nations making up. making kind of their first impression on the stage. And talking about the stage, the map that we're going to play on for this match, I was actually happy. I sit in into the pick ban phase on this one, and seeing that we will be playing on Hurricane Forest is it made me so happy that we're going to be able to see the forest from the trees in the admin cam here. But let's go ahead and review Hurricane Forest, the 3 main points. Overall, I think Hurricane Forest does favor the Germans coming from the east side of the map, as opposed to the Allies coming from the west. And the reason being that is for a couple ways. One, the spawns for the Allies actually have a little bit more walking distance to those vehicles. Now, granted, that will be negated a little bit by the 2-minute warm-up period. So we're going to see how this plays out on the competitive side. But for the 23rd coming over, a lot of these maps, and with that river being on kind of the westernmost side of there, they do get the slight advantage. So let's go ahead and break down. Let's go ahead and break down kind of that's the overall map, but each one of these points does favor one over a little bit other. Starting from the south, we're going to go here down to Siegfried Line, drawing up some key points here. And really where I'm looking for on this is who's going to control that northeast corner or that north side of Siegfried, that dense forest that overwatches the strong point. Great shots down there into the bunker system. Who controls the southwest side of this point? There's a nice little kind of slope that you can have some concealment as you move up. And then I'm going to highlight this area right in here, this little barn area, just to the south of the point. Controlling that allows you to get a lot of forces up into the forest, once again, clearing out, get that high ground. Now I've got the shaded there.
You get some nice line of sight towards this crossing area right here. It's going to be hard for the Allies to get across, I think. There are several points where they can do it. If like experienced players will know where they can go across and not drown.
Yep, and the southern side of this map does favor foot crossings, infantry crossings a little bit more. And that's why we got a little bit of this yellow area shaded here, is that you don't necessarily need to be in control of that because there's not a lot of cover or concealment. However, you need to make sure that you're denying the enemy access to be able to freely move between both sides of this river. So line of sights are going to be huge, and line of sights on both this point and the next point in Scar. Let's go ahead and flip over to that. Look for some early tank play, some light tanks coming out and getting those shots across the river here, and looking for those early tank kills, those early truck kills. Scar is going to be probably the most balanced point that we're going to see here. I've highlighted 3 areas here, really kind of nothing special about this.
Yeah.
It's going to be bloody.
Yeah, it is. There's a broken bridge right here. You can get across right here. I actually drowned yesterday streaming right there.
If you're catching it,
make it across.
Just jumped right over and immediately plunged to the death. You've died.
Yeah. This area, this crossing right here. One thing that I think is going to make or break the Allied push here is where they can set up their garrisons and start, like filing into the Scar or each of these middle points, because on the Allied side, there's not many good places for them, usually you have to put them like way back.
Yep, you can see these lines on there for the topography showing that the slope of the steep here of this, or the steep slope coming from the Allied side really doesn't provide a lot of coverage, especially with the high ground and a little bit of the forest cover here from the Germans. That's going to be key. Now, if they do get into there, where do I expect to see the most heavy contact? It's probably going to be right immediately to the north of the Scar, or a little bit of this trench system, and using the eastern bank to possibly move some guys in, some probing attacks, getting up into the strong point.
One thing that I like doing on Scar coming in from Allied is trying to push along this side.
Yep.
That you get some cover there, and you can the Germans usually set up around this area here, so you can get you can intercept them as they're trying to go to Scar, and you don't have to really engage with the enemy before you're on the other side, because there's some cover here that you can get across, and everyone's going to be focused on looking towards this side.
Yep.
I don't know. I usually have a decent what do you call it? I usually do well when doing that attack on the Allied side.
Well, and what you're highlighting right there is that southwest corner, that trench system. I mean, if I zoom in here as much as I can, each one of these trenches is going to be critical. And this is where we're going to get to see the competitive side come in. You've got to win the 1v1s to be able to move that trench up. And patience is key. So what may not be patient here is actually going to be North Pass. And the reason why I say that is North Pass, unlike the south side of this map, North Pass is a lot more restrictive on which way of the river you can cross. This black dashed line is just not passable. There is one little, if you jump off of a log and hit perfectly on the other log with, half a second left, you might be able to survive, but then you're going to have to bandage right away. Because of that, this northern bridge, whoever rushes and secures that northern bridge and ultimately controls both this city to the west and this high ground to the northeast is going to be able to control the strong point and take this point. Now, this is probably the point that favors most to the Germans, as they will have their transport truck in the top right. They have the most direct route. The Allies, it's a lot of woods they got to go through. If it's North Pass, you really expect to see the 23rd to be very happy about that in the beginning.
That city area around here, this part is really tough for the Allies if the Germans manage to get across before them. Controlling these buildings right here, that's you're not. Why is that not showing up?
Go ahead. Sorry.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. Controlling this area right there, I think that is key, and we'll see who gets to do that first.
Yep. And I got a little bit of this yellow shader because remember, now that red zone garrisons are in, you can't just worry about necessarily that front line, that checkpoint. If we're able to see 101st or 1AD get a red zone garrison and take control of this yellow area, it actually provides an overwatch on both those northern advances. And if they come in from behind, that could be detrimental, but they got to keep that balance. You got to have just as many on the back end behind the enemy as you do on your defense to make sure they go straight to point. Now, we don't know what the second and fourth point's going to do. When we get in, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a flyover of the points there during the 2-minute warm-up period. But that's the first three. Obviously, I think the Scar for me, I want to see the Scar. I love the fight around the Scar. What are you looking for here?
What I want to see is, actually, I don't care so much about the middle point. I want to see an offset between the middle point and whatever comes next. Because when you got, for example, if you get Scar, which is middle, and then you get the top one or the bottom one, that's going to make it interesting.
Yep.
Not seeing a straight line across the river, I think that's going to make for a very interesting fight. Because you then have to cross the river at an angle and attack like completely the opposite way. And I don't know, and we are live here, so let's go ahead. I'm going to do a flyover of the points. Look at the quick map, and my wishes have come true as we have Scar in the middle. And actually, I'm liking this. So we're going to be going a little bit over the lumberyard here. If they get pushed all the way back, it'll be lumberyard.
Move markers and place garrison.
Next one for the defenders is going to be here at Call Trail. And this one's actually going to be this is going to be pretty nice for 1AD. So they're going to be able to kind of really synergize a lot with their attack and defense. Give me a second here. And as they load up on Call, we talked about this slope happening here. They're going to be going right into Scar.
20 seconds.
And Scar, those right in between those two areas. I want to see who's going to be able to get on that. Now, with 1AD or now coming over here from the 23rd, they're going to have Hill 15. And this is probably one of the best ones to have at the back point. Hill 15 with all this open area is really exposes a lot of the attackers coming in. So you can defend Hill 15 with a fraction of the attackers that 1AD needs to throw at it. And then finally, if they get all the way pushed back here, we're back to Grossow. So let's go ahead. We're at 18 seconds till the match. Mono, what are you feeling here?
We got
23rd is getting ready with a supply truck on the mid section, going straight to Scar. They've already set their move marks. It seems like every squad has a move mark or defense mark or something. These guys know what they're doing.
And let's go ahead.
So they're going to rush.
Let's pull up our map side by side here. because I want to see as both these start to play out. We got it on there. So off on the left side, you have 1 AD's map. Over on the right, you have 23rd Infantry Division moving in. What do you see off there from the 23rd, Mono?
Well, I see them. They're going to set up, it seems like an advanced garrison, I want to say, on North Pass. And they're already moving in to set up a garrison on G6. Let me check that with the camera here. See if I can find that truck. There we go.
And meanwhile, I'm taking the southern view, looking north on the SCAR. We see 23rd AD moving in with a vehicle here, using that southern bridge to move across. Troop transport truck filled to the brim. Mr. Brash gets out with a couple others.
Are they going in from the south of SCAR?
Yep, we got them coming in from the south here.
Yeah, there we go.
Mono, we're going to go ahead and we'll switch over to you here. See what you have coming up on your side. This is now looking for the 23rds on the north, looking down. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's first AD, and they just created a garrison there. I don't know why the smoke there. Like, is that?
That is.
I don't know who's dropping that smoke.
That is a little surprising. So, flipping
they
back
do have a garrison back there. You just saw them spawn all the way back. But this is going to give an edge. First AD got there faster with a truck, and I think they're going to get to secure the area while everyone else trickles in from the garrison.
Indeed. So that truck coming in on the southern side did get in to the SCAR. We see cap progress. Now, 23rd got a significant amount of more people into the active sector there at the beginning. So they did get about a halfway up of cap pressure there. But now all these individuals in the SCAR are coming in and holding a lot of the strong point. Meanwhile, you see all the 23rd individuals taking the high ground. So 1AD's got to get into these bunkers, make their shots count. 23rd starting to wrap themselves around the point here.
Guys on shortly.
Yeah, I honestly think 23rd is a bit out of place here. They got beat to the point, which is weird, as the Allies, it is farther away for the Allies. And now it's going to be tough for them. It's going to be tough for them to get into these trenches and fight them.
Indeed. So right now we're looking from the north, looking down to the south point. 23rd in blue.
That's the
on
SCAR
screen.
right there.
Yep.
Let's get close in on this fight right here.
And that little broken bunker right there is actually a really good overwatch position. But 23rd already aimed in, takes down one of the two individuals there.
Oh yeah, they're getting massacred here. Now it's only one guy.
Yep. Cap progress 1/3 of the way till 1 AD. We do see, I'm going to go ahead and take a look. We see a small probing force starting to work their way around to the point, but 23rd not able to get anybody into the strong point, really trying to wrap themselves around. We're about 33% of the way. We do see an American armor now make his way up to the point. It's going to look like he's going to be able to try to get in and reinforce the strong point, get it back into some infantry support. 23rd still, you know, has got some probing forces encircling, but just not able to concentrate out. As we actually see a squad, 3-man squad from 1AD starting to push up, trying to get that elevated ground to protect as much as possible. Artillery is in effect.
So one thing that's kind of baffling to me right now is, let's take a look at the map right now.
Okay, have our map up here.
I think these guys, 23rd, are spread way too thin. They have like 3 full squads up north, 2 squads down south, and I'm not sure what their plan is right now. They lost 2 supply trucks on the other side of the bridge here at North Pass, because there's a really effective sniper squad here from 1AD that's taking them out.
Yep.
And so far, they whatever it is they wanted to do here, they have not managed to do it, and they are draining resources from the main bulk of the attack on the SCAR.
Now, speaking of draining resources, Barnes from 23rd did take out that Sherman down below. Now, he was cut down afterwards by Peanut, but actually, Cap is progress. Let's go ahead and switch a little bit to this. we starting to see the 23rd maybe hearing you, subconsciously hearing you through the 30-minute delay right now. And cap progress is actually looks like it possibly stalling right now as we see our first 23rd member into the trench system here. Bad GG looking, knows he's surrounded, trying to get Slim and Tox, connects on him into the trench system, but that's not going to be enough. The point right around the 8-minute mark is going to be going over to 1AD, or is it just ever so slightly still not there? Oh my god, and the 1AD attack has stalled.
Badge just got an incredible grenade on a squad.
Man, and
as we mentioned before, it's going to come down to the individual plays in this trench system.
It does. And just like, you know, holding at that 90% mark, 1AD does get enough people into the strong point to flip it over. Looking overhead, you know, 23rd's got a couple people now into the trench systems that can start to influence as much as they can, but definitely going to be outnumbered here.
They don't have the presence right now. They are spawning in at that garrison. It's the only garrison they have to attack Scar. And I don't see any OP set up to sustain this.
Yeah.
Let's see. We just got a spawn wave. And it's basically 3-4 guys that spawned in, not many more. I don't understand why 23rd is spreading so thin in this first phase. Trying to go for those... I guess build nodes on North Pass or something.
Well, and it might be a strategy with this one being a lot more open because of the forest. They might be playing a more map control, not worried much about the strong point. But let's see how the strategy works out. What we do see, though, talking about keeping concentrated, we do see a squad from 23rd being led by Hazelnut, supported by Barnes in the assault, coming down there. He does have his OP right in that southern tip of the trench system. So they were at 5, they're down to 3 now. Hazelnut on the right side, Barnes and Richthoff in the left side of the trench system.
Check out what's going on Hill 5 right now.
Let's go ahead and flip over to that.
Because 1AD is starting to push straight into Hill 5 here with a squad, a full squad, and 23rd is caught looking the wrong way. They're looking at North Pass and seeing what's going on over there. And unbeknownst to them, they're about to get smoked by a single squad. And if they get the garrison here, it's going to be really tough for 23rd to defend this.
Now, while you're saying that, and this is why we love this game, cap progress has been initiated on the Scar by Hazelnut and his squad as they're starting to clear out this trench system. So we're back over looking at the Scar, looking from the north down to the south. Hazelnut cleared out of there, leaving one behind. But cap progress now 20% of the way to 23rd D. So what? Or 1AD's got to make a choice.
Hill 5 is down.
But we got ourselves a good old-fashioned cap race here.
Yeah, 1AD is in full control of Hill 5 now. They have 2 squads, or 3 squads actually.
So let's go ahead and pull up our maps here. We'll do the side-by-side comparison on the maps. And we got ourselves a good old-fashioned cap race. 1AD very heavily coming in from the south point, using a red zone garrison to push their assault. But meanwhile, 23rd having a loose, you know, kind of map control. Does look like right now, for now, they do have the cap advantage on the cap race.
Yeah, hold on. I just had to switch to this because they just spawned in an entire garrison here. They did have a backup garrison on Hill 5 down here, and now they're going to be pushing back on 1AD that is on control of the hill. I can hear a tank coming. I think that's, yeah, that is 23rd tank coming in down the other side.
So 1AD artillery coming in here on defense. Scar now 50% of the way towards 23rd's advantage.
Look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful.
Depends on whose side you're on to say if that's beautiful or not. So looks for now, both defenses have reacted to both sides being aggressive offensive push. I love seeing the cap raise. I love seeing the flexibility of both sides defense. I'm gonna go ahead and take us back to the Scar here. as now you have that one team trying to do as much as he can, fighting off against multiple 1AD players, and also try to dodge artillery that's danger close. But so far that artillery I haven't seen get a single friendly kill, so trusting your artillery. Anime takes down Delphius trying to call in that trench system, but actually looks like he gets shot by a sniper from across the way right through the window. That is a difficult shot to make, and he's able to connect on it. So 3v4 right now in the trench system. Grenade takes that down to a 4v1 as D-Can is the only one left up alive.
Does 1AD have any garrisons around Hill 5? Because they just got wiped from Hill 5.
Yep, we do see one southern garrison from Hill 5, red zone garrison right there at H5 in the forest. That'll be coming in from the main attack. Still some probing forces on Scar, but no 100% defense regained by 1AD. Let's go ahead and flip it over to Hill 15 here.
We're working on another garrison.
I'm trying to see, I think Marco here, down on the screen right there, I think he's trying to set up a garrison.
That would be a gutsy
this
garrison.
tiger's gonna have a bad time. This tiger's gonna have a bad time. There we go, first shot in. Second shot in, and that is...
Wow.
Goodbye, tiger.
Efficient.
I don't think 23rd knows where the enemy is trickling in from. I don't think they know they have a garrison on the red zone right there. And I don't know what happened here. They controlled the hill. They have not set a garrison. Oh, yeah, they have. But they're losing it again. They must have gone all the way back to Scar, I guess. But look at this. Look at this. No blue dots. Maybe let me switch very quickly because they do have a garrison on the right of the screen here. See what's going on. And this guy's running for that supply drop. Got shot.
I love it.
Trying to dismantle it.
I love the intensity, but right now we're looking Hill 15 about a third of the way of the cap towards 1AD. 23rd does have some assault force still going on the Scar, but not getting any cap progress. So if 1AD is able to keep up this assault, we're seeing all those orange dots on the map right now from 1AD controlling the top. And as you're saying right now, Mono, you're not seeing a clear approach on how the defenders are going to get back to that strong point.
They should have a garrison back here, which they used to cap this back, but it's amazing how quickly they were able to cap this back and lose it again.
Yep. Well, and maybe feel the advantage that they had with that squad in the trench system, but you got to keep it up. And I'm not sure if we ever really saw 23rd Division try to fill out that red zone garrison and possibly lock it down. 1AD now approaching 80% cap progress on Hill 15.
Let me show you something real quick. This is Hella Loose 101. Look at all these squads attacking Scar while Hill 15 is being lost. And if Hill 15 goes down, they are left with these two garrisons, and it's going to be a very tough battle.
Yep.
Those squads need to fall back. They needed to fall back like 40 seconds ago. Catch that spawn and at least be on Hill 15.
Yep, and Hill 15 has been taken by 1AD. We're at the 16-minute mark in the match. We do still see some defenders on there. Possibly a quick counterattack is happening. In fact, we see that now as 23rd begins cap progress on Hill 15. Just slightly, just a smidgen.
Oh, there we go. They're coming in from approach.
And that is that's now secure. So we're gonna go ahead and take a little bit of a different view here as we switch. This is from the south side of Hill 15, looking on the north. 1AD trying to get as many of those reinforcements, all those guys back there on Scar. Now moving them, trying to move up to Hill 15. 23rd, the 3 orange dots now on your screen, looking to connect as much as possible, but not able to. We actually got one right there in the smoke. Alpha using every little bit of that smoke to protect himself. Grouse out now, the next point for defense of the 23rd. Hill 15 to point of defense for 1AD. We do see a Stewart come up there from 1AD on the north slope. And
They are dropping an airhead. They're dropping an airhead on approach. 1AD is dropping an airhead, it seems.
well, let's go ahead.
Right here.
Let's follow that one down, see where that lands. The big question is, are they going to go for the kill shot?
Have they seen it? Has any seen this? Yeah, it seems like he has. I don't think this is going to work for them.
Yep. And this right here is actually a really, really good thing about competitive play, or you're seeing, is that if you see a plane go over, you look up. You look up and see what's happening. So that airhead, who is that that's going to be able to take down that airhead?
That's Annie from 23rd.
Gotcha.
Airhead gone.
All right, so possibly going in for the kill shot, but 1AD is thwarted by Annie from 23rd. Let's go ahead and take a look, get our side-by-sides back up here, look at the map, the overall situation here. And what you see is 1AD's main push kind of coming from the southern side, getting into that area. Meanwhile, 23rd trying to control the northern side. And right now they're filling each other out.
Yeah, this is going to be a really tough battle. It seems like... oh, hold on. It seems like they are controlling the south side of Hill 15, while First AD is 23rd is trying to come in straight from the north and eastern side.
So what does that look like there? Well, we got some contacts happening in the forest. Now we did talk about this. You know, the amount of combinations on for each map. We normally talk about the first three because that's the easiest ones to talk about. But let's go ahead and take a little bit look here between Grasau and Hill 15. So we're gonna get into the John Madden mode here with the colors. And give me a second here. All right, so if you are, what we see is the 1AD trying to come into the south side and actually work their way back behind the Dragon T, so really kind of coming into this right side over here. Meanwhile, 23rd, as we just saw in the strat sketch, we'll go ahead and switch them over to the nice orange. Working up this slope, and I don't mind this, because this deep ravine right in here is actually able to provide a decent amount of concealment. The question is, are they going to be able to assault up with this as much as possible? And we see a little bit of cluster of smoke assisting that assault. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at that.
I think that's a bombing run coming in.
We got a strafing run coming out that side. So good smoke over there by the 23rd, but runs in. One is able to break through. Oh! Artillery clears out the tip of 1AD on that trench system. Just the tip, though.
This is, I think 23rd is paying severely for that lack of concentration of forces on Scar at the beginning of the game. They had way too many people not devoted to that main point.
But
and the start of the game in Helladus can make or break the entire round, you know?
Yep, yeah, it's that we saw in the Winter Seasonal that if you won the midpoint, you wound up winning. 80% of the people that won the midpoint wound up winning the entire match. Artillery from the 23rd, though, making his presence known. As we're still over here looking at Hill 15. 2.5 squads from 23rd using the ravine down there to try to come out.
Those guys from 23rd need to book it because there's not a lot of resistance right now from 1AD. But that's just going to increase as long as they put off actually climbing the hill and attacking, you know?
Yeah, well, there's not a lot of resistance, but the defenders here at 1AD using as much of that microterrain and a high ground advantage. We talked about how Hill 15 can be a force multiplier on defensive, and we're seeing actually by 1AD. So they have a couple guys using the microtrains, a little bit of advantage up on the top of the hill. And then we actually saw a Stewart down here, which now is destroyed. 23rd was able to get to that. So that hill is very bloody. Gunny
here has, yeah, he has an incredible position here. He's been mowing these guys down.
And
there we go, smoke. That's what we need for a good push.
So 23rd trying to use as much combined arms as possible. Looks like we, how many, we got one artillery man on the 23rd. You might take a little quick look at that one?
Yeah, it's just one man.
Okay, so Throwing out those smokes. Now, here's the thing about it. You are down to your last point, which means in this current game mode, you're not able to generate any resources. That smoke round is costing 5 ammunition every round as opposed to 3 on the HE.
They are down to 60 munitions, so that's...
Yep. So we're about to see the attrition effect come in. Once again,
they need to take Hill 15 now.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's going to be possible as our defenders continue just to hold these little key line of sights and microtrade. I do like how they're dispersed out relatively well around the artillery. Smoke is allowing the 23rd to move up. Ooh, great artillery shot. Actually looks like it's a little bit of friendly there. We see one assault player, Barnes, making some progress here, getting in a little bit closer, but they got to find that spawn. They got to find that spawn for 1AD.
1AD right now is trying to make all... It seems like they're trying to go all the way down to the HQ and wrap around the approach. Ooh, yeah. Bombing run coming down on approach.
We got 2 from D1, along with a couple others. Now we actually got the 23rd starting to make some progress on, but are they going to be able to get to that spawn wave or that garrison right on that lower left side of the screen? That's the question here. We see an armor.
They've marked the garrison. They know where it is.
All right, garrison is marked, but that's Sherman now coming up. And remember, this is a little bit different. Like I said, so we are 35 and 35. You know, each individual squad has that much more influence or that much more importance as a percentage of the overall team. So simply moving one squad south. Go ahead, Mono.
Yeah, cut to me because this might be the play of the game right here. If this guy makes it... Oh, come on, Goof. Goof is maybe 80 meters away from the garrison. He's an AT. Oh, Goof.
As soon as we click on him.
But look at this. Look at how close that garrison was. That garrison is right there. One rocket in that garrison, and the entire Hill 15 position is compromised.
That would have been huge. Would have been huge.
Yeah.
So, flipping back over to Hill 15, because this is really where this match depends on Hill 15. As you said, that armor, let's see who's driving it by Kodiak and Bardock, has come in and filled in that gap where we saw 23rd starting to move in. Now Gunny back up there with the MG, looking to get suppressed. There is Medza coming in, getting a little bit closer. It's going to be within grenade distance. Is he able to connect within the grenade? Oh, just shy. Gets a little bit of frags over there on Karis.
180 is starting to push really hard onto approach now. I think they know they have Hill 15 with that tank in place. Yep. I think they know now's the time to push approach.
Well, and
approach is only... there's only the commander and there's like 2 more guys, 3 more guys, and that's pretty much it.
So right now we're looking at Garso? We're looking at approach. Whatever it is.
Yes. Okay, if Woody goes down, approach is gonna get capped.
Yep. Now here's the
thing. There we go, Mr. Bash. Turn to your side! Behind you, Mr. Bash! Oh, look at this! Oh my god!
And
wow!
Now Woody's up and running! Which is a great PSA reminder. Always look 360 degrees when you're in an area. You never know when there might be an enemy commander prone behind you.
Always look both sides when you enter a trench.
Indeed. So,
wow, okay, they got the garrison back there.
No cap progress on Grasau. No cap progress on Hill 15. Defenders on from 1AD still holding tight. That Sherman, though, which is, I'm probably going to miss it, just catch a little bit of the flames. That Sherman that came up actually pushed too far forward. Mistake there as his infantry support was pushed back by Medza and Bestweiser. So now we have a 5-man assault squad from 23rd making their way into the system. Bearson shuts down the squad leader. Menza's looking to come over. Supporting fire by Antimani gets him from the far left side. But the, the garrison
at Grosshau is compromised. This is gonna end real soon. They just took down the garrison. What is it? CJC.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
And now Grosshau has cap progress. Roughly about 25%.
I think this is it.
Yep. Now, we did see 23rd come back from a defense earlier, but is this just going to be too much?
We got one squad on Howe infantry mark behind by our MP.
Hill 15 had. We are in a little bit of a cap race, but the cap progress does have the advantage at Gassau approach. Hill 15, 20%. Gassau approaching 50%.
Yeah, this is 1AD's land now.
Well, you got still. They've been favoring that north side, which is, you know, it does provide that lower ground, that ravine to move in. But really looks like 1AD has taken advantage and really used to the best of their advantage the high ground, as much as they have ground through all these points. Hill 15 cap progress has stopped and 100% into defense of 1AD as we continue to watch the attack happening on Grassel here. Reinforcements of the attackers coming up from the south. The defenders trying to cut through the open field over here on the north. Just not happening. Go ahead and take an overview look as the tactical plays have just been amazing here by 1AD. Now we actually...
Seems like approaches.
Yeah, that attack
approach is getting
stalled.
recapped.
That attack has stalled as just enough people are spawning in that northern side to stop it. And this is going to be key because now by stopping that attack, that 10-second HQ timer from the far right side is now going to become back active. So let's see how many people spawn in from the HQ. And look at this, look at this. 1AD going in for another airhead. And I don't know, because of where he's doing this, I don't think he's going to be able to, 23rd's going to be able to react.
Did they throw smoke on where the airhead? Yep.
Yeah, just landed just a little
also,
bit in front of it.
Cut to me because we have a literal ninja going to dismantle a garrison. And this is the only garrison that's been responsible for that reinforcement. And, oh my god, this is intense. Come on, ninja. Oh! I want to show you where that garrison was. It's right here.
Oh, that's
Ninja
a good garrison.
all the way across this hill here.
Yep.
To take down this garrison.
100%,
Unfortunately, did not
has
manage.
been restored, and that airhead comes in, but Denosi gets in, connects with 3. As that airhead, that 30-second timer allowed just enough of the 23rd to get into front of this trench system, and if you're spawning in that airhead, it is just a defense. Emergency smoke being popped. 1AD in a slaughter right now. 3 people left up at a spawn wave of 9. Slayer, 2 people left up. Cryos going over to the left. Slayer using every little bit of that smoke. And are they going to try to get another spawn wave comes in? 5 more spawn in out of that. And they're just assaulting right through that smoke. That smoke being critical. The question is going to be, how many more of these 23rd players can get in? Try to shut this thing down.
Approach is being capped right now.
Yep.
They still have those garrisons. 23rd, once again, being slightly scattered around.
Well, and wait just a few seconds, because that airhead's still active. And there comes in another 8 individuals. 23rd not reacting to this airhead in the smoke. They saw the initial spawn, but not getting over there. And every 30 seconds, we have more and more players coming in. And this, we've seen 23rd launch 2 great attacks. But this one might just be, that airhead might be the kill shot again. What are you seeing over there, Mono?
I'm seeing, we got Wetfoot here defending, the 23rd managed to set up a garrison here. I don't know why he didn't take down the garrison. Look at this. Right here. Garrison and 2 2 OPs. And he was... Oh, what's going on? Because is this 1AD's garrison? Then
that
where's 23rd's? It's right here!
2
It's
garrisons
one, like,
within each other?
The other one. Yeah, they haven't seen each other! This is incredible.
Indeed, indeed. Switching back over to the assault on Grossau, we actually saw some defense get regained as the guys coming off that airhead did get whittled down, but that airhead is still active and spawning more waves in. So you have that garrison on the north side down in the ravine trying to offset as many attackers coming in off that airhead right to the southwest of the circle. We do see a Puma now getting up close and personal. 100% cap progress has been achieved again. Or sorry, 100% defense has been achieved by the 23rd. So the 23rd in a bend don't break defense. My heart pressure can't take this. And
I don't know how this. Yeah, they have a Panther that's trying to do something on Hill 15. Not sure what's going on here.
Yeah.
They've lost the garrison that we were looking at earlier, and it seems like now the battle is really going to be for approach or nothing.
Yeah, well, and we've been saying that here, but now, you know, Grass Out, the attack is back on. We see the 23rd trying to, or sorry, the 1AD trying to assault out a little bit, stop as many of those assaults as they can, but now it looks like the main defenders are actually coming from the woods, which is just south of the circle. Approach is approaching 50% cap. A headquarters spawn comes in with another 6. And that airhead has naturally dissolved. It's 3 minutes for that airhead. 30 seconds per spawn. That's 6 waves. All 6 waves were effective. And here we are. Defenders coming in, trying to assault back into their strong point. With that airhead down, 1AD trying to make all the shots count. Forces coming in now from the surrounding 1AD. Defensive bombing run coming in. Looks like, is that defense or offense?
No, that's offensive.
Either way, yeah, okay. It actually connects on everything it needed to, takes out a few. We are at 75% cap progress. 3 people left, 2 people left. Did the 23rd do it again? They did. Cap progress has stopped. 23rd will not go silently into the night. And Hill 15 not showing any threat over there. Are you seeing any 23rd that's threatening any type of offensive action on Hill 15, Mono?
They are scattered around. They are scattered around Hill 15. There's some forces coming in from that garrison. I think they just stuck to. Okay, yeah, that Panther took down a Sherman. They do have this Panther. That's I don't know, dude. I don't think that's a great spot for the tank.
I don't know anymore. It's you know, and this map where we saw last map, it was a lot of kind of tied in, close fighting. Because of the forest, you get a lot of these little micro engagements. That happening here.
And right now, 1AD, I don't think they have anywhere else to spawn, so they are starting to spawn in back at Hill 15. And you can see 23rd is kind of all over the place on Hill 15. They have a few forces on the north, a few forces on the south. Not really a cohesive strike going on in Hill 15.
Yeah, well, where they're not grouping up on Hill 15, they're coming in spades and in force on Grossau, as now they've regained 100% defense. That recon tank still active there in the center. Infantry still trying to clear out remnants of 1AD that had moved in from the west side, going across those Dragon Teeth. 4 AD players right on the east side of the Dragon Teeth in view of the camera, but a multitude cleared out. We do see one assault player trying to buzz wings, trying to go. Oh my God, is Bam going for the knife? Is he going for the knife? Oh, Bam going for the knife. Doesn't shoot a buzzer to having enough time to reload, and he gets a 2v1. Buzzer looking to get his Urbo's coming around the backside. Both of them filling each other out.
23 has once again set up a garrison southwest of Hill 15. Let's see how many people spawn there.
We're gonna look. I'll be watching Buzzard, but let's take a look at the spawn. Buzzard on a 3-kill streak, still applying that offensive pressure. What do you got over there,
See where this garrison is by Woody, Commander Woody here. That garrison has to be somewhere around here. There it is, right there. But so far, this is too far away, though. It's too far away. I guess they wanted to place it far away so they can spawn in, drop their OP somewhere around here, and strike towards Hill 15.
Yeah, well, and I hate to tell the end of story of Teflon, because nothing sticks to him, Buzz. But Teflon Buzz was heroically cut down at the Battle of Grossu Approach. Hit F for Buzz there. Pay respects. So let's go ahead and go to the side by side, because really both teams are still filling each other's out here on the map. and kind of see what. Let's talk a little bit about this overall. So you got a lot of remnants of 23rd spread out, trying to play in the active sector, and this is what I like to see out of new teams. This is how you know they're on the right path. Granted, they weren't at the beginning for the 23rd, but now you see all 23rd players playing in the active sectors. Meanwhile, looking at 1AD, with 1AD being on the left side of your screen right now, 1AD is essentially outside of the active sector with some remnants in the strong point, and 1AD is actually having to respond with more people into their rear area to try to react to these probing attacks by 23rd. So now we do see a forward garrison go down right there on this point between Grassau. So 1AD looking to get back into striking mode, and this garrison is in a decent location right now, as far as, and what makes it a good location is providing enough concealment or cover for their individuals to have a good attack approach to the point. So what's this go? There's got a little bit of micro terrain here, a little bit of these trails. We're able to provide some cover and concealment if they get into attack. Mr. Bash using every foot of that dragon teeth, and then they have an exposure coming up here, but if they're not careful for 23rd, that area is going to be open. And now, in fact, as we see in this, we see the 1AD begin some cap progress again on Grossau. Only about 5-10%. Recon tank finally goes down, but we have a squad size element in Grossau that has only one defender from 23rd. So we've seen 23rd come back from some defenses. Let's see if they're able to do, whether this be a third miracle, fourth miracle for 23rd here.
Which node? Which node?
Yeah, right now there's a battle between two squads here on south of Grossau. I think 1AD is trying to, I don't know if they know they have a garrison, the enemy has a garrison here or what, but they are trying to push into this other squad, and if they do, that's going to be one garrison less for Grossau approach.
So the defenders from 23rd making their shots count. It was down to 1. Now they're coming back. The attack from 1AD has stalled as that squad side element has been attributed, whatever. Attrition has taken them down to 3. Yeah, we'll go with that one. I did love in the comments. on the last video my my reference. I speak American. I did like that. Yeah, a little tongue-in-cheek comment there, but so defenders coming back to Grassau. The attack has stalled for 1AD. Let's go ahead and flip over to you, Mono. See what you're seeing over there on Hill 15.
Yeah, Candyman here drove a supply truck all the way around the map, it seems. Crossed North Pass from their side. Set up this attack garrison on Hill 15. But I don't think the 23rd has done this multiple times already. They've set up these great garrisons to set up an attack, but I don't see them capitalizing on this opportunity created by these garrisons.
And here's one thing I noticed,
because if they spawn here, they're gonna neglect approach, and that's gonna be the end of the match, obviously.
So let's go ahead and freeze your camera there for a second, because I want to point this out. This is just a little tidbit as I see. If you build we'll call this a cheeky garrison. You got on the back, you got with the supply truck. Move the supply truck away from the garrison that you put in there, because that supply truck acts as a big great neon light saying, I just did something here. Where if you build
that garrison's not gonna last.
Yeah. Who's can we tell who that is in that armor there?
No, I don't think I can.
Let's see, coming on over.
No.
That is Bardock as a solar tanker.
Did he miss the garrison?
I've now taken over on this one. Bardock is a solo tanker coming in from the 23rd.
Did Chris not see the garrison here?
I assume not. I'm not.
Or Kairos, actually.
Yeah. Not seeing it, but.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Is that Panther gonna go? Ooh, he missed. Wow.
Yeah, so that supply, that garrison is still up, but oh,
missed again.
That Panther Does he know how
That
lucky he
Panther's
is?
oblivious. I don't know. That Panther seems completely oblivious about what's going on with the 76.
And just using enough of the trees, possibly is he going to be able to weave through? He misses on the shot.
Wow, that is unlucky, man.
So we'll go ahead and switch over here. 23rd still being persistent, trying to launch an attack. In fact, we actually see now the commander, Captain Woody, getting up close and personal, leading his men to victory. Humphreys on the south side connects on 2, takes out that Southern Trench
That
from Hill
Panther-
15 is...
Cut to me, because that Panther's coming back with a vengeance.
Well, as you see that now, Captain Woody leading his guys is taking Hill 15. Let's see if this Panther is able to connect on this tank. If so, this could be
There we go. That garrison's still up, by the way.
Oh, if he's so that tank probably locking it within the 100 meters. Winning this tank engagement is going to be key.
There we go.
That cap progress on Hill 15 has ceased as 1AD spawn wave of defenders comes in, but 23rd still on that north slope. Right now we're looking on the north side, looking to the south. 1AD defenders starting to swarm again, and that attack from the 23rd gonna be ceased there.
DK in here managed to spawn at some OP or something, and I think he's gonna manage to take down that 76 if he's lucky and doesn't get sniped by Lordy Flashheart, who I think has eyes on him all the way up. There we go, one hit. See if anyone
Reload.
gets out of that 76. Nope.
Reload.
Oh, he should have moved. He should have moved.
And that is a solo taker.
Moving to establish the back garrisons.
Oh, there we go.
wait.
Come on, Kane. Come on. He's waiting for it.
360
Is he
degree
bandaging?
turn.
No. The
No,
classic
I-
defense. They trained this is a standard World War II tactic.
So
They
that's a
trained all
solar.
American armor crews on the
Yeah.
360 rotation and firing your guns.
So Goof possibly acting as a little bit of a bait.
Oh no! You want to
Oh,
hit
there's-
his side. You want to hit the side, or the star. Oh, he's out of rockets now. Oh, that was bad.
Yep.
That Sherman lives to fight another day.
1AD bombing run coming in onto Grassau. Doesn't connect on anything. Hill 15 getting some cap progress again from 23rd as they're coming up from the south side. And in fact, we actually see, look at this. 23rd taking control of the
Oh
strong
my
point.
god.
Oh,
Do they have any garrisons here?
I think
Does
so,
what do you
here's-
have any garrisons?
So let's go ahead and pull this up. It looks like we got an OP possibly spawn. So here's what happened for 1AD. You had an attack force coming from the north side and this persistent attack coming from the south side. Once these two were able to match up, got everything controlled, and now the strong point right in there is being strongly secured by 23rd. 23rd now getting to 40% cap progress. We do see a squad size element, and I'm sorry, that isn't just an OP. So Gunny, Jadoff, and the rest of his squad trying to fight as much as they can, hanging on by their nails. Cap progress though, has actually stalled.
Oh.
Might be regained. Is Bezwider
They
Anime
still
gonna be able
have
to take
that
this?
OP.
Yep. Geoff smartly running back. Try and protect his OP. Is Anime going to be able to get down there? As now you see all those 1AD players coming in from the southwest side or top left of your screen. 23rd reinforcing from there. Ragnar's actually should be able to come down, spot that OP, but he gets taken down by Slim Intro.
Okay,
comes up and
Besser
over.
has seen
Yep.
it. Yeah, there we go. Oh
right,
my
so-
god, this is incredible.
So with the strong point now secured, 23rd regains the point. And cap progress.
Not yet. It is now starting to go the other way.
Oh wow.
That 76 is now moving on Hill 15.
Yep. So that attack probably stalling out. Meanwhile, Grassau is secure. So for 23rd right now, everything trying to push in, take advantage of much of this attack. We still see two people coming in. Oh, rocket attack from distant connects on that 76. And you know, this is interesting right here. You have one spawn wave coming from the north, that's 23rd. Then another spawn wave after that is actually the 1ADs coming, defenders coming in. And now what we see is that third spawn wave, once again, is 23rd coming from that northeast side. And that's where all this engagement's happening. Defense has been regained, although not up to 100% point. Meza, we've seen him do some amazing stuff here. Is able to connect once more on, Jesus Christ. Airbus comes in and says, I got your back.
We just need an AT guy to take care of this 76 now.
Yep. And do me a quick check. How is the fuel on 23rd? Are we going to be seeing
How's
the fuel?
The cap?
No, the fuel, the resources.
Oh no, dude, they are 2030. 30 fuel and nothing of anything else.
Yeah, so that's going to be the last armor that we see if they don't regain Hill 15 and build some resources. So this attack...
1AD just lost another OP back at Hill 15.
Yep, and that armor, that 76, is right at the point, and now Hill 15 is going back towards the attackers.
Oh, they need to capitalize on this fast. Everyone needs to get here, drop that Sherman, and prepare for 1AD that's coming down the hill from the west side.
And
That's 76.
Urbo's dancing with the 76.
There we go, Richthofen coming in with the AT. Is he gonna turn around? Is he gonna hit it? I think he is. Come on. There we go.
Misses.
Oh,
He missed
bounced.
right off the side. You could actually see a little bit of that splash mark right there as that ricochet just came off. And now 1AD coming in from the east side. Still some 23rd members coming back from their side. Wow. If it was able to connect on that, that might have been enough, but still some great individual gunplay by both sides here. As we've seen this go back and forth. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at Gassau, because neither team has let any of defense sleep on this one. There's always been an offensive pressure on each one of these caps. Gassau looks secure. Hill 15 model,
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and see what you're looking at over here.
I'm seeing this tank is just been incredible. I don't know how this guy's still alive. And now you pretty much
maximum
have the
maximum rotation speed. That's how he's still alive. Maximum rotation speed.
We have 1AD coming in from the left here and 20. Ooh, look at that. What was that? Was that Goof all the way up there or Richthofen? Let me get this. Oh, sorry. No, I don't think he's... Yeah, I think he's out of rockets here. Sorry for the speedy cam. But now we have like a traditional... One team is on one side, the other one's on the other side. No, not many flanking going on. Not much flanking going on. I don't hear that tank anymore.
Tank's still there. He's still there in the
Oh,
strong
he's
point.
still there. Yeah, he's still there. Somebody repair that tank, please.
And that's Bardok, if I pronounce it wrong. Bardok.
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 Yeah, that's
I'm gonna go Bardok.
Goku's dead.
If I don't slaughter at least one person's name every match, then it's just not worth streaming.
Okay, there we go. Richthofen once again trying to get close to this tank and finish him off. Is he gonna be able to? He's gonna run into Bassman if he tries to go around.
But he
There
don't
we
know
go.
that.
Nope. It almost makes you want to scream at them, you know? Watch out to your left.
It's so easy when you can see everybody in this mode, right?
Oh yeah, yeah it is. Grenade
Well,
going down.
And this is what
Grenade
I'm
went
really
nowhere.
I'm really happy they did put in this admin cam, because I think for both of these teams, especially being newer teams, they're going to be able to look at this and both see the tactical level play and the individual and the strategic level of play and be able to learn from it going forward.
Oh, he has to get in. He has to get in now. He has to go for it. There we go. Come on. Come on, Richthofen. You can do it.
Play of the
Come on, man. Come on.
Safe distance. Oh my god, Joff's gonna be coming from behind. He's gonna get it in time. And his Bam Bam comes up. So Rich loses his life but takes it. And because of that right there, Cap Progress, guess what? Going to the 23rd. 23rd moving in from that north side, killing out all those 1 AD defenders, and finally getting down that tank. Wow.
Yeah, I gotta pull the map to see the Cap Progress, unfortunately.
Well, we'll go ahead and give it a little bit of a situation. If you focus your center of your admin cam right on the icon, you can actually see it'll pop up with that.
There we go. There we go.
There we go.
On hands-on learning here.
Indeed. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take a little bit of an overview, and I just love this. Yes, this is me trying to be the best John Madden. So what you have is 23rd has previously they had a southern attack coming up there. That hasn't happened this time. Instead, this attack has all coming out of this woodwork and coming up into this area here. And that was also previously where we saw 1 AD defenders starting to come in. So since they were able to clear out as much of that stuff, the only defensive areas that really 1 AD has right now is down in this lower right corner and coming up at a distance. So the question is, once again, is going to be on Hill 15. Who controls the line of sights and connects on their shots? That's what it comes down to. Individual plays. You can get everybody in the right position, but if you don't connect on your shots and get those line of sights, well, we see a 2v3. Oh, wow. 2v3 turns into a 1v1 as Richthoff getting the kill earlier on that tank. He will not be denied. Is he going to be able to get 3 of these guys? He's looking for Fopa.
Oh.
Fopa says Nopa. Nopa Fopa. Sorry.
This is incredible. Hill 15 now is at 30% cap for 23rd.
And growing.
Yeah, and the level of chaos here, the level of each of the teams are spread out. They are fighting each other in pockets.
I just want to say Fopa again. We just lost Fopa on the point. So there is no, 1 AD defender coming up into the strong point. Meanwhile, all the other 23rd, all the other 23rd cap progress is being made from the east side. And here's the interesting point. Okay, if they're able to get this, 1 AD, or sorry, 23rd will be right in between the Scar and Hill 15 with 1 AD on the backside, but now 1 AD has gone full alert mode. Everybody coming in from the west. 3 people on each side into the strong point with more than 1 AD.
Yeah, 1 AD is coming in with 2 full squads from the north side. 1 AD is responding, 23rd is coming in with 2 squads from the southern east side. So once again, it comes down to the individual plays. Let's see what Bad G does here.
Yep.
He got shot in the back.
And this is where kind of, you once again go back to how important it is to hold these points. If the 23rd had enough resources for an airhead, that could have been the difference on Hill 15. Got just one more spawn, and now, I mean, the assaults are happening. They're happening everywhere right now. Looks like 1 AD is winning the majority of these gunfights. There's blue and orange lights going out everywhere on this point. Schultz walks.
The worst bombing run I've seen in quite some time.
I'm not sure whose that was.
that was 1 AD's because 23rd has no resources. But that hit nobody.
Yep. So
it didn't even take out the garrison.
Maybe it was more the shock and awe. Was less shock, a little bit more awe. So Cap Progress has stalled. 1 AD looking to restore 100% of the progress bar. But 23rd's making it hard. And dude, I'll give this to 23rd. What we saw approach go down 2-3 times, down to about 50%, and 23rd came back. 23rd now is actually on the offensive advantage, but 1 AD doing the same thing to 23rd has come back from each one of these attacks.
Okay, this is something you don't want to see. Hill 15 is basically, 23rd here is fighting tooth and nail to get Hill 15, and there's a full squad and approach fighting no one. I'd like to see at least half of this squad go and help their buddies on Hill 15, because this isn't the way to defend, guys. Defending on the point is useless. You guys need to spread around, catch the enemy before they manage to get into the strong point, because they're just running around looking for something to do. There's something to do right there, guys. It's called Hill 15.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily go as far as to say useless. And well, when we say this, Hill 15 now Cap progress going back in, and this has just gone back and forth. One squad from 23rd gets in there, and then a couple squads from 1AD roots them out, and then it goes back. So cap progress about 40%, approaching halfway on Hill 15 to 23rd. But let's go back to those defenders. I think you're onto something very critical there. An active patrol around the strong point, to where what we see what 1AD's done here and what has successfully worked for 23rd earlier, you defend by working your way from the out to in, with having a few in that strong point, so you can still contest, you know, get that multiplier. But
yeah, they have 10 guys on approach and only, what is it, like a full squad, maybe 6 guys on Hill 15, and they are capping. They need to reinforce Hill 15 now.
Yeah.
Go, you know,
or at least get into the active sector.
Home.
Walk forward into that active sector, get that cap progress. Speaking of cap progress, 23rd now approaching 75%, exceeding 75% cap progress on Hill 15. Still 3 people into strong point. Now the call out on 1AD. 1AD has regained defense. And Amani and Deacon coming in.
This
Anarchy.
with Richthofen and all and company, they have done a fantastic job here.
Yeah, Peanut's able to shut down the last of the guys assaulting Hill 15. So Hill 15 now being secured, back by 1AD. Grasso approach, nothing happening over there. And, you know, this has been a lot of the side forests. These skirmishes happening to get into Hill 15, and once you get a squad in there, it's just going back and forth, back and forth.
These guys defending, the squad defending should have put a garrison on an attack garrison on Grasso. There's this tiny house. Let's see if we can see it.
Well,
yeah.
actually, I'm looking right now at 1AD's garrison placements, and they have one right there at G4, which possibly is blocking that strong point garrison, but I don't mind that so much if they're able to get one forward, and that actually might be, we see some supplies being dropped by the commander here. Yeah, a lot of open ground.
Look at this right here. So what we're seeing here, sorry, there we go. They have a garrison here. They have a garrison here to defend Grasso, but they could have placed a garrison where Erebos and Julianator are here to attack, or behind this house, or somewhere around here to sustain the attack on Hill, because the attack on Hill has been largely sustained by single squads doing a fantastic job of outgunning the enemy. And right now, it's a sea of 1AD on Hill 15, and these guys on that's not where you want to come in on Hill 15. This approach right here, it's too exposed, it's too open, it's much easier to come all the way from right here. They have an avenue of attack. They just haven't been using it.
So let's go ahead show where Mono was talking about on the map, actually show you here on the image. So this is looking at both Hill 15 and Grassau, and that road right there is really a key area to be able to move up and, you know, have that mobility between the 2 points. But the area that you were talking about for that garrison is actually right at this barn here. This is in the friendly sector and will allow a garrison to be put on there. And at once you're at that point, was that attack for 23rd, we saw it coming from this bunker system into here, and also trying to come over there. If they had that other garrison, it would have allowed a second attack wave to come in. But more importantly, and this is where I think you're getting to, if the defenders needed to go back, it also allows a quick defense to also come back. We saw
precisely,
1AD, we saw 1AD
and you're
using that earlier.
on both sectors. You're on both sectors, because if you look at where it is on the map, when you spawn your defending approach, you move 20 meters to the other side, and you're attacking Hill.
Yep, and it's little tweaks like that you know, you say, how do you go from a team that gets, you know, a couple wins in a tournament to a team that goes all the way in the tournament? Knowing little movements on that, of how to maximize your individual players' impact across and in multiple roles. That's how you do it. Hey, those defenders, when we had the cap progress at 40, 50, 70%, you know, and the commander, it's a ballsy move to say, look, we're all in on offense. Because here's the reality right now for 23rd. Great individual play, great attack, but if you hold on to Grassau, you lose. So at a certain point, the attrition has taken effect on your resources. You know that the 1AD is not going to be running out of resources now by holding for points, you gotta kind of pull the goalie, as we say in hockey. Hey, pull the goalie. We're going all in. We're going maximum offense.
Yeah. One thing that I want to mention is a lot of people complaining about the update 9 meta, saying that once your nodes are gone, you get steamrolled. And we are seeing firsthand that not to be the case, because 23rd has had 0 resources for the better part of the match, and they are fighting, and it really like outplaying 1AD on Hill 15 consistently.
Yep.
Without having, without dropping supplies, without bombing runs, without strafing runs, without recon planes, without anything.
So looking at this, a gas out, and and part of this maybe after getting so many kind of close calls, 1AD has not had nearly the amount of attack assault or attack on Grossau that we saw before. Now we see 1AD being a little bit more conservative, with everybody in that trench looking out from Hill 15. But as we say that, a Southern assault is coming up. Connects on one, Bresser looking to get into Hayes, and the bunker takes him out. Alphanus goes down, Buzz looking to come up and over. Is Bresser going to be able to get Buzz? Is Buzz going to get Bresser? Now Bresser's going into the trench system. Buzz takes that down. Nades being tossed. 23rd.
There.
Guess what? Does this sound like a broken record yet? 23rd gaining some attack progress on the point, winning some of those fights. Morally looking to get some revenge against Buzz. Buzz doesn't allow as he takes out. Outer trench system secured once again by 1AD. Main radar dish bunker. Perimeter secured by 23rd. 23rd coming from the bottom right. So 23rd having the high and the low ground of this trench system. But these defenders from 1AD will not go silently.
This seems to be one of the strangest matches I've ever seen.
and this is why you love the organized play. You get to see this work out. Neither one of these, and then here's the other thing I like about this team. Also, neither one of these teams, and specifically give credit to the 23rd, is not giving up. Honestly, I think with how much they've seen this cap progress, which is still going up right now, I think they still believe they can win this one. They
definitely believe, and I show you why. Look at this. All right. First of all, they are capping Hill 15, right? They are making progress here. But look at this. They have already set up supplies to set up attacking garrisons on the Scar. So they should be, if they are optimistic about that, they should take out all these forces off approach, make it for Hill 15, because they have 25 minutes to win this. And they can if they just commit to it. They just need to pull out their forces.
Yeah,
they've been struggling with, what do you call it? Look at this. Look at this.
Is that a 1AD Sherman go down? Wow.
They've been struggling with force concentration for the entire match. And even with their diluted forces, they've managed to outgun 1AD. I want to say pretty much always.
Yep. So flipping this back, cap progress now, last 10% holding out by 1AD, but all going to the way. And I thought we wouldn't see that Panther again. That Panther coming out of nowhere still is able to get a kill shot on the Sherman. And wait for it, because I love what you just observed there. Are those defenders going to be able to quickly hop? Because right now we see Hill 15 flip.
I do not believe it. I don't believe
Division
it.
has gained back in. This is where build those nodes, get it up there, get these garrisons going. Let's go ahead and pull another. Oh, we see a defensive bombing run coming in.
Oh, but the second fight has already started for Scar. We have 3 squad leaders pulling into Scar. Those squad leaders are going to drop their OPs. They just spawned at the garrison on the right side of the screen. You guys can see that. But they're starting to drop into Scar with 3 squad leaders. Hopefully these guys remember to set their OPs. Let's see. There's a full squad on defense right now. Nobody else is joining this attack. Hazed has pulled. Hazed, by the way, we're going to see Richthofen spawn in any second now. Or we should at least. Because the fight for Scar is now on. There we go. There's my buddy. Oh. That OP is a bit too hot for my taste. Oh, look at that. And that OP is gone. Mr. Hasted there was a bit too optimistic on his OP placement.
Yep. So we're gonna take a quick
What is
look
going
here.
on at, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say I wanted to actually look at, we're now over an hour into the match, and who has the stars been on this one? Well, really, it's been a few guys. From first AD, CJ, Buzzard Wings, Havoc, and Hayes, four-man squad racking up the top combat score. For Axis, it's been this Panther, I'm assuming, as their tank actually has been able to get 2200. Granted, it's 3 ways, but happened on there. Meanwhile, their infantry squad, Candyman, Marco, Hunnis, Barnes, Nano, and Bad G, we've said their names multiple times, but they're making their shots count on here. And I'm really excited to see this. Now, do me a favor. Let's go take a look at 23rd. How much have they been able to get any of their resource nodes back up here?
No, not yet. Nothing.
Okay.
I think at this point, why even bother? They've proven they don't need resources.
Well, that's a fair point. I think you're not going to be, if we're at 20 minutes left on the match. I don't think you're going to be able to get any airheads or anything like that nature.
No.
But possibly as you get into the Scar here and using this high ground, another tank could be just enough. 1 AD just now with multiple squads in on defense. Yeah, as you said, those red zone garrisons allowing 23rd to get immediate pressure. Hill 15. Let's see, go switch over to you. You looking at Hill 15 over there?
No, I was looking at Scar. Let me fly over to Hill 15 really fast.
Anything going on? Not really threatening out that side?
No, not really. They have one attacking squad from 180. I think 180 is gonna go full on defense right now. They have 20 minutes to hold the Scar.
Working on it.
Yep.
And let me check out the garrison placement on the Hill 15. They only have a single garrison. Come on, guys. Garrisons are life. Build more garrisons. That's my... We need a banner going down the screen,
So here's the evolution of an HL content creator. You play the game. You like the game. You play it more. You love the game. You get frustrated because you don't build garrisons. Then you may go on a YouTube, create a YouTube channel that basically says build garrisons. That's the life of an HL content creator.
Yeah.
Between you and Wild Bill.
I think about making a garrison talking about garrisons. I think about making a video talking about garrisons. I want to say once a week. And I've already done like 5 of them.
Yeah, they can't be stressed enough, and let's talk about why they're so important. As we see a little bit of the Scar fight, I'm going to switch over to this. The one reason, and this really boils down to garrisons, if you had to talk about why, it provides options for everybody. The more garrisons you have, the more options you have because where to spawn, where to attack from. As you just said up there earlier, if they built a garrison on that front barn, you would have an option for those individuals to be able to react to offense, to be able to react to defense. Garrisons are options. Why would you not allow yourself more options?
They're starting to build nodes here at Hill 5 by the house we were talking about earlier, where it was a good spot to put a garrison. They have no garrisons, but they are building nodes.
Yep. Well, and here's the other part about ammunition at this point. Even just generating 5 per minute, when you get to the final 5 minutes of this, able to bring in artillery, which is the most efficient use of ammunition. If you're able to drop, 10, 15 rounds of ammunition as you got them condensed into that strong point, that could be enough to trigger the cap. So 23rd has been just making themselves known in this game for finding these little creases and winning these fights into the strong point. We don't see the squad leader up there do it. Alpha down here, actually Chris, trying to build some barbed wire. Alpha says, I don't know. I just don't approve of that. Takes down Chris as he's not able to get that barbed wire up, but blueprints are down. He's going to be able to come back to it. I believe that blueprint is going to be up for 3 minutes now, if I remember that with update 9 change.
Yeah,
it's on a timer.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
So, Alpha coming in. We're going to watch this individual play. Is he able to... barbed wire now denying that. Barbed wire with the combination of an AP mine. Great engineer work there. Doing a 1-2 combo. Supply trucks up there from 1AD as the engineers are going to start going to work. Let's go ahead and do a pull up a map here, look at a side by side. And there we go. So as we look at this, 23rd, not having a significant amount of offense, still some guys possibly, you know, they're preparing for it. 1AD focused all on those active sectors, and once again, I'm going to throw this out there. If you keep hearing me talk about active sectors, as soon as you get down garrisons, the next thing you need to know is active sectors, and that is always going to be these same 4 squares right on that point, which is actually kind of messing up right now, but the 4 squares, which is because I got over here overlay OBS things. Don't worry about it. But anyway, those 4 squares, once you're in that point, you're applying a cap pressure. The circle is just a multiplier. It's not the only way to cap. And I think that's one of the biggest things when you talk about there needs to be a tutorial, there needs to be something for new players coming in. Understanding how to cap and how to defend in this game is the basics to winning the game. So
I'm losing my mind now because I see a lot of 23rd guys on Hill 15. Oh, look at that. They just spawned a massive attack wave as I was getting frustrated on F7 and my game seems to be crashing.
All right. This is why we got 2 broadcasters up.
There we go.
Oh.
It's all right.
So that massive spawn wave that Mono is talking about, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the camera here. Coming off one of those red zone garrisons, going to be coming out a little bit of this burned out forest, reaching into the ridgeline. They will have some good line of sights, but will be obstructed a little bit by that next little ridgeline. But this should provide enough concealment and cover for their guys moving in. 1 defender possibly over here on the left. Wetfoot, haven't said his name. Gonna be trying to get a victory over here against Natsuk. The 1v1s are critical. Natsuk hearing those what footprints, footsteps. Oh, Wetfoot connects on 1. Did DPT hear that? Sure he did. Wetfoot looking to reposition, knowing that everybody's gonna be hearing that shot. Meanwhile, the rest of the 23rd individuals coming off that spawn wave. Oh, we see 1 blue dot. I want to zoom into there and see whether he was gonna be able to get to that garrison. Marco, though, defends it. And you just hear over there on 1AD's call out, enemy infantry moving in from the south. You still with us there, Mono?
Yeah. It seemed, I don't know what was going on. Now, the problem with this attack, as we were talking about sectors, is this attack is not coming into the sector. They need to get, they are on F7. They need to attack F6 or F5.
Yep. Well,
and yes, it's a flanking maneuver, but then let's take a look at, look at this tank. I want to focus on this. Look at that nice tank position right here. That's going to make it a bit hell for them to push down this side of the mountain. This is the side I like to use to attack Scar. They should push all the way down here and push towards Scar, but they need to do that fast. They cannot engage these. They're engaging a small squad here, and they're stuck there apparently. They need to be pushing fast towards this area because this area provides a lot of cover, a lot of hidey holes for OPs and whatnot that you can then use to push Scar and completely bypass like the entire defensive system on Scar.
Yep. So I want to show you this. I'm going to poke the bear here a little bit for you, Mono. I'm going to go ahead and just poke your hot button. Let's take a look back at Hill 15, and we haven't talked about it because nothing's really going on. We just actually saw 1 blue light get shut out here, but this is a 35 versus 35 man format, and they have an entire 6 people in on the strong point with 4 other people out patrolling. That's 1/3 of the team on defense, which if you have enough garrisons, they act as sensors. You're able to quickly flex back. Mono, you said this earlier. I'm going to double tap on these. You're down to 13 minutes left. You got 11 minutes and 30 seconds to start the cap. Go! All hands!
Yeah.
Get on defense.
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home. They are building defensive structures. Why are they building defensive structures right here? What are these defensive structures for?
Because it gets a point. If you hold Hill 15, you still lose. Everything
Yeah,
has to be in
precisely.
first guard. Now, meanwhile, we see
They built
you know,
some. Let me go on a full-on rant because I'm losing my mind over this. They've built nodes here and there, and they haven't built garrisons. They've built what, like one garrison. Now they're down to 2 of them across here. But they need to focus. How many people are committed to this? There's like 4 there, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is half the team building.
Well, technically
building
12
stuff
is like
around
a third
Hill
of a
15.
team of 35, but
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
But that's what 40% of your forces are building stuff around Hill 15.
Yeah.
The battle for Hill 15 is over, guys. It's over. You won it. Now move on to the next point and overwhelm the enemy, because they've managed to do it on Hill 15 with no resources, no defensive structures, no anything. And now they're focusing on that. That is a big strategic, I think, fail from 23rd. They have struggled the entire match on focus. There's a military term for what I'm thinking about. It's the concentration of force.
Correct.
That's what they need to do. They need to concentrate their forces into a single objective, not a single target, not a single flank, but a single objective. They set up a garrison here. They set up a garrison here. They could be pushing in a pincer move from both sides of Scar. But look at this. Look at where the team is. What is Bravo Squad here doing? What is the objective here?
Well,
Are they going to
and-
build a garrison?
And let me play the little devil's advocate here. You do have time left, okay? So if they are thinking, okay, we want to be into there and we're going to take one final push, then this is not that bad, because I think correctly, they have assumed that 1AD is going to turtle. 1AD had lost the Hill 15. They're just going to hold on to the victory condition. But if you've assumed that, then pull up those guys further into the attack. The other thing I'll say about this, as you guys are, as they're 23rd spending that time hardening that point with those barricades, with those barbed wire, 1AD is doing the same thing, which is going to make your attack even harder. Finally, about the number of people that you said doing that, remember update 9, one guy can build all 12 nodes. One guy, grab a supply truck, run it back and forth, build those nodes, get the rest of the guys going forward.
That is what makes it even more frustrating to see so many players committed to building defenses. All you need, really, to build a defense around Hill 15 is maybe a 3-man squad, an engineer, a squad leader, and a supply guy.
Now,
Have them rotate roles, go around building those garrisons, and then take off. Because
So
if they're not
as
gonna,
I said, 1AD might turtle. We actually see 1AD commander get a red zone garrison up in the top right corner, and now they're gonna maybe try to push an attack coming out there, or at least let's call it a probe. We're gonna try to get a probe on here. We got a squad leader versus squad leader battle happening on the backside. Mr. Bash and Annie. Annie says, nope. Annie, get your gun and take it to town, because you just bashed out of there. Was that too much? That might have been too much.
they did build the garrison on E3, and they have 5 guys.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they're doing, man.
1AD, interesting move. Okay, so 1AD throws down a bombing run at 9 minutes and 30 seconds. That bombing run's on a 10-minute cooldown. So throwing a bombing down out there for not really anything but, let's just say, commander kills, 1AD will not have another bombing run in this point. So if 23rd does wind up pulling another rabbit out of their hat, that's a capability or a tool in the toolkit the commanders won't have because the clock is on this time.
I think what we're seeing right now is one team has been strategically on point, and that is 180. And the other team has been on the personal level,
Tactical.
just wrecking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have it. 23rd at the tactical level, winning what they need to do. At the strategic level, though, it hasn't been enough for those individual resources or soldiers to overcome some of the decisions here. And that's not. Let me start. That's not a knock on the tactics. That's not a knock on everything. This is part of the maturing process. This is the Greyhound Cup has a lot of these newer teams, and they'll learn from this. They'll learn from this. They'll see these mistakes. They'll see what the enemy did, and they're gonna come out better for it.
Yeah, the situation right now with that northernmost garrison, a squad committed here, the Panther going around now, starting to head over to Scar. But this, it's frustrating to see. It is frustrating to see this tactical overview that the admin camp gives you, where you can see all the weak spots, right? You can see what's going on the both teams at once. And it's very easy to see how 23rd could have exploited their wins way more significantly had they acted more with more coordination and with a more decisive focus on attacking.
So let's go ahead and you know we're kind of doing the postmortem right now because where 23rd has put themselves, it doesn't appear that they're going to be able to do it. But let's go ahead and take a little bit of overview. Actually, 23rd does have a squad size element up on the north side, and they do have a squad size element on the south side. Granted, they're strung out. I actually love seeing this. We're going to zoom in. Two 1AD players working together here in the woods. Ragnar cuts down one. He's going to be able to get Soul. Oh, this might be that tactical area where we see it's a 2v1, but Ragnar connects on it. Looks like Soul sees the OP. Oh, doesn't connect on the garrison, but gets him on the second one. That sorry, not the garrison. That's an outpost there. Claude Speed was able to spawn out of there and real quickly. Major Soul and Claude's going to be connecting on each other in the trench system. And there we go. That was a 2v1, 180. Actually, sorry, time on it. Is now going to be coming in, hearing a little bit of that gunfight, and just 1v1, winking it out. But yeah, this is giving credit to 1AD also. They're expanding out as much as they can around the active sector.
I have no idea how 1AD saw that Panther, but they did. They're taking him out.
Let's go ahead. We're switched over to you right there.
Yeah, there we go.
Just in time. So you know, 23rd took the time, build the resources. Let's do a quick check, Mono. How many resources were they able to generate in about the last 15 minutes here?
176.
176 ammunition. So at this point, you know, you're firing an HE shell approximately every 15 seconds. You know, this might be the time when you get back and you do that artillery.
Yeah,
but looking at your map you got up there right now, 23rd has 2 people in the active sector, maybe 3, as the rest are looking to come for wide. Granted, we're not in the commander's talk. You are in squad chat. Maybe they're going for the perfect position for one final kill, but or one final assault. But man, that's gutsy. That's gutsy.
They need to throw everything they have at the Scar. They need to drop a recon plane, bombing run, artillery, anything at this point to be able to push.
Now
they do have a tank. The 1AD is well set up. I was looking. They seem to have squads assigned to each of the sides of Scar. So there's squads covering the north side, covering the east side, and so on. 1AD has been really killer, I think, with their squad coordination and strategy. See if we can see
2.5 minutes left before they need to start the cap. Once again, that's 2 minutes to start the cap. So even though there's 4 minutes and 15 seconds left, the push is on. I mean, and you don't realize how quick 2 minutes is when you have to advance through these bunkers. You have to be cautious through those bunkers.
I think this wasn't a good idea. Getting maybe if they had the resources to pull off an airhead, or get this garrison on the northern side a bit earlier. But right now, they are way too open.
Yeah, that north side looks like a stalemate. Switching over to the south side, a 4-man squad is down to a 1-man squad here for 23. And as hide and seek loves playing in the woods here. But yeah, we're down to 90 seconds. Man, I hate to say GG at this point, but I honestly, when we first got this, I think it was right around the 9-minute mark. or so, maybe a little bit sooner, Scar finally went over to 1AD. And then around the 20-minute mark, we saw Hill 15. And, you know, we've seen enough of these matches. We've been in enough of these matches where you're like, all right, I know how this story plays out. But give credit to the 23rd for not giving us just the usual 5-0 on this one.
Yeah, now we're seeing, okay, now we're going to see the bombing run coming in. Recon plane just went up. They know where the garrison is. Now we should see a bombing run any second now. Where's that plane coming in? There it is.
Copy that, dog.
And this is going to be beautiful. Hopefully it connects. Takes out that main squad defending Scar.
You hear the roll of those engines?
Yep. There we go. Ooh, 1-2.
Little guys got to get into the bunker. They get into that bunker. Oh, they'll get two of them. They'll get eliminated. Is enough of our 23rd going to be able to come in from? Oh, they're not in position.
I think that garrison's gone. That Sherman's still alive.
Yep. And we just passed the 2-minute mark. No cap progress being made. That is going to be GG to 101st Assault Division, lovingly referred to as 1AD. And they're going to go ahead and move up to 1-1 in the Greyhound Cup in Group A. But I think if you're 1AD, you're also going to be taking a lot from this one and learning from it too. You know, how those red zones garrisons allowed 23rd to come back in, playing in the backfield. I mean, people talk about meta and how the meta, you know, changes. I think right now you're seeing the meta develop in this match right now. And we're going to see more as the competitive teams, these rounds go through. You're going to see it refined. You're going to see it tweaked. Speaking of tweaks, I think there was some definitely tweaks 23rd could have done. We highlighted multiple times. Maybe a little too cautious on defense there with a full 6-man squad in a 35-man format. What was one thing that you think 1AD did really, really well there, Mono?
That 1AD, let me try and speak. 1AD was very decisive in its attack, both on Scar at the beginning of the game. 23rd diverted way too many resources in terms of people to building something on the north side and something on the south side. And with these small matches with 35 versus 35, even, you know, committing a full squad, committing 6 people, that's like almost 20% of your forces right there. So they should have, 1AD was way more decisive in terms of its force concentration, both on Hill 15 and on Scar, falling back, being able to attack, capitalizing on garrison spawns, capitalizing on airheads. We saw them almost win by taking approach with that airhead. But sadly, you know, we've been talking about this, 23rd with the individual plays have been amazing.
Yep. So look at some highlights of individual names from the scoreboard here. CJ, we talked about FOPA here on 1AD, Major, Anarch, Hide and Seek. Looks like they have the Sunder defense there at the end. Meanwhile, on the other side, 23rd, top score going over to the tanks over here, being led by Raphael. Baker squad, Richentoff, we saw him get that critical 76th kill over on Hill 15. You know, I think the best way to sum this up, we're talking about it, but this is a prime example that Hell Let Loose is a teamwork-orientated game, not necessarily an individual-orientated games, and both teams worked as teams, but the way that I say that is the better shooters I felt in this match were the 23rd. However, the coordination and the teamwork of 1AD was just gave them the advantage over this side, just enough to allow them a slim victory of 3-2.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but all in all, man, talk about a great battle.
That was an incredible match. Just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I think from our perspective, you always look from a highlighting or broadcasting a full 90-minute match. It gives a lot of us time to dissect and what if. Granted, it's easy for us in our position to say what we would have done earlier. If you're in the match, you get kind of focus on the next objective, focus on the next thing. but I think both teams put out a great fight today.
Yeah, definitely. I think this was one of the strangest, most engaging matches I've seen recently.
Indeed. So that's going to be it. Next week, did you have any final things you want to highlight? Do you want to pull up stretch sketch, talk anything? I think we dissected this one pretty well in the final 15 minutes of the match, but I don't want to move on to the next one unless you had something particular on this.
No, I think we've gone over extensively about what we think about each of the team's strats and each of the team's performance.
Yep.
I think I would have liked to see the 23rd. I wonder what match we would have seen if they had concentrated their forces on Scar, because we've been talking about individual gunplay here being superior on the 23rd, which should have meant both by the tactical advantage that the Germans have on Scar, being Scar closer to the German side. If they've gotten there faster, if they really committed to Scar at the beginning of the game, and they had capped Scar, Caltrail is just, right there.
Oh, yeah.
And I wonder if it would have been a steamroll or more, lopsided if 23rd had committed at the beginning of the game. I wonder what match we would have seen then.
Indeed. And I think, 23rd is going to go back. I think the active sectors, once again, kind of highlighting on that one. But I think 23rd's got a lot of good things they can pull away this. Yes, they started the Greyhound Cup 0-2. In sports, you talk about, well, the scoreboard or their record doesn't reflect their skill set. I think in this one, this some tweaks here. They could definitely be a 1-1 team, but who is 1-1 is 101st AD. We'll be looking forward to next week. Next week, we're actually going to be broadcasting. I'm pulling this up right now. Probably the match of the week. I feel very lucky to have this. Next week's going to be 116th Panzer Division versus who we saw last week, Pi and STDB. After this, we'll go ahead and highlight Das Alberg. Wasn't able to catch the battle earlier between OC and him to see who won. But both these teams, experienced teams, both in the winter seasonal and in the Greyhound Cup, looking to meet each other on there and really kind of separate who's going to be getting that semifinal placement on the Greyhound Cup into the elimination knockout. I'm looking forward to it. Mono, I know you are.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting match. Do we know which map it is?
I do. So I pulled this up, and it's a pick ban system. So each team gets to say, I don't want to play this, I don't want to play this, I don't want to play this, blah, blah, blah. Both map and side.
Question.
Go ahead.
Any team pick Purple Heart Lane?
Okay, so Purple Heart Lane is not an option in Greyhound Cup.
Okay.
So
I would like to see that not option extended to the actual game.
So and I think the reason being is I think it's pretty much I don't know between that and Hill 400 if it's the most hated map in HL. Maybe your one of the next videos is to address what is the most hated map and asking why.
Oh.
But anyway, the next match is going to be on Saint Marie Ingles. It's going to go ahead and be next Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Central European Standard Time, 2:30 Eastern United States or Eastern Border Time, and it's going to be a good one. I know I'm looking forward to it. So I've had fun. Mono, I'll let you have the final word, and we'll go ahead and sign out.
Yeah, Saint Marie is one of my favorite maps, so I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be interesting.
Awesome. All right. Well, we'll catch you guys next week, and take care.
Thank you. All right, and I will be uploading the video on my channel, so that's probably going to be either today or tomorrow, I guess.
Awesome. All right, guys. Take care.
See you guys.